Well, I don't know why the sounds are so imbalanced, but they are. I don't remember, I think it was Dr. Bohr said, yeah, I guess an optimization thing would be okay for Stellaris. Ignore the way this is tiny, I just have that because of realistic space mod. I'll just start off with the capital and why it is the way it is, and then I'll move on to the habitats and then the other worlds, since essentially I really only had these 3 planets for a long time and eventually somewhat recently gained that one, which you could probably kind of guesstimate the age of the planets by the populations on them. But let's go. So I turned this one into an ecumenopolis fairly recently. Um, it's got a sky city on it, which gives me the nobles, which is basically just you have sky cities planets. On this planet, which is size 19, subterraneans would give it +2. One of these planets is tiny, yeah. So the smaller planet, the better the sky city, so it's +3 districts. Uh, and the bigger the planet, the better the subterranean cities. These do various things that are generally somewhat extremely powerful. Um, yeah, just not too big a deal. It's by population, so, you know, one high noble every 100 pops, one enforcer every 66, shit like that. That's not as important. So this one is basically consumer goods because originally I was going to spam out consumer research facilities on my homeworld because I wanted to do a heavy research focus, but this planet had much, much better research potential, so I basically immediately went and did 5 research labs, and that was most of my early game. What I'll generally do is, you settle the first planet, you figure out if you want it to be research or alloys, depending on what you want to do. And then you have one like this. Like this was going to be the alloy one, but this is not really enough alloy refineries. Like it should be as many as you can, because if you have the bonuses, such as, actually it might be here, the Ministry of Production, 15% output is pretty good. It's, 236 is being received, but I only have this many guys. I have 32 guys making 308, so that's before the buff, so I'm making like an extra almost 30 off of just the percentage. That's why it's good to standardize. So here we have, 365 physics coming out of 34 researchers, right, and 1 science director. But because I have the Research Institute and this buff, that's a really, really good amount. Plus if I get the, yeah, he's here. So you can basically just, you're going to need some feeder planets, like all these research facilities need a lot of consumer goods. As you can tell, the base upkeep is 16, their deficit is 92, which is why this world is almost exclusively civilian manufacturing. So I need consumer goods to feed into my research, but to also feed into my consumer goods, I need minerals and shit. My mineral income, as you can see, is kind of terrible. I don't have enough guys working here yet to be right. My food was pretty bad for a long time. This planet's positive. This planet's now positive. But because of both the boosts, this one was really lucky. Because of the boosts from your percentages and your other things, so, a flat plus 45% to all food production is pretty fucking nice. Out of, you know, 6 districts. That's really, really nice. So again, just specialize the shit out of your worlds. Something like this world is okay-ish because, I mean, I was mostly using this for